So in this next tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a basic chart. Now what I want to do is to create a column chart or a bar chart that is going to show the names of the students in my class and their test results. So what I want to do first of all is I want to select these two elements of data. So I want to click and highlight the names of the students and I want the test results. But I don't particularly want their ages. This is a column in between. I don't want to delete that. But when I click over test results, this element unselects or deselects. So what I need to do to choose two non-consecutive areas is to hold the command button down on the keyboard. That's the one to the left of the spacebar. If I hold command and click and drag over both columns, I can highlight two non-consecutive areas of space. Once I've got selected the area that I want to make the chart out of, I go up to the charts menu up at the very top and I'm looking for what kind of chart that I want. For the moment I'm just going to choose the most simple one of the column charts, but you can pick and choose depending upon what the purpose or the function of your chart is. So I'm going to choose a column chart. Now for this particular chart I'm going to try and avoid these stacked charts. Stacked charts are useful if you have two sections of data for the same row for the same person. So say for example if I had 2 test marks for every student and I wanted an overall grading for that, I could choose the stacked, so the 2 different colours would show the 2 test marks. But because I only have one, I'm just going to stick with one of the simple ones. I can choose a 3D one, make it look pretty, whichever else, doesn't really matter. So I just pick one of these and there's my chart. It really is as simple as that. For the higher level stuff, when you're working in science or maths or anything else, you are going to need chart titles and you're going to need axis labels. So you should never really just leave your chart as it is when it comes straight in from Excel. You're going to need to add a little bit of formatting to that. So with my chart highlighted like this, I click on the chart layout option up at the top and I'm going to go through these options here and choose what I want to add. I'm going to add a chart title for a start, which appears. And my axis titles here, I'm going to have a y-axis and an x-axis title, or a vertical and a horizontal. So I go in, horizontal axis, turn it on, and I'll go in and the vertical axis, I'll turn that on as well. Once I've got these added, I can simply click in them and delete the default headings in order to type in my titles. Well, if you double click it will open the formatting for it. I don't need that, I just need to put the cursor in. This is the percentage score. Okay. I can remove the data label, this legend here, if I don't need it, just by simply clicking and deleting. I can bring in different legends if I want them. If I want to bring in data labels so that I can actually see the level of percentage up at the top, I can do this. It is completely up to me how I make my chart look. For some of you who've got really specific data, you might want to add grid lines in there so that I can also see the vertical grid lines or the minor grid lines in between, so I can see the gaps, so on and so forth. This is, again, completely up to you.